So dear students, welcome in part 2 of our class 12 and the name of our chapter is Sports and Nutrition. So this is part 2, that is the name of our chapter is Sports and Nutrition. Okay, so Sports and Nutrition part 2 and this is our class 12. So welcome dear students again in the session. So today what we are going to learn about carbohydrates. Alright. So before we going to start the session, I want you guys to take some examples of carbohydrate. Moong dal, chana dal, rice, rajma. Okay. These are some examples of carbohydrate. So what is carbohydrate exactly? Let's come, we are going to learn. So before you're going to start to learn, I want you to find out what are the different carbohydrates present in our food or which food gives carbohydrate to our body. What is the role of this carbohydrate in our body? Why we eat carbohydrate? What are the different nutritive components of diet? So the first nutritive component of diet is carbs, that is called the carbohydrates. So this carbohydrate is basically it is made up of carbon, oxygen and hydrogen. So it is clear that the carbohydrate is made up of oxygen, carbon and hydrogen. Carbohydrate is the main source of energy, as carbohydrate provide the energy to the body, which is the energy giving food. So carbohydrate provide us energy. It is the means of energy for all kinds of work done by our body. So whatever the work we are doing, all kinds of work is done by the carbohydrate. So what is carbohydrate? Carbohydrate is the main source of energy and which is required for the all work which is done by our body. Carbohydrate especially work for the muscular contraction. It is a fuel for the muscular contraction. So let's say we are taking an example. This is my hand and I am just putting my hand up. So there is myosin and fibrinogen, right? In the muscles there are myosin and fibrinogen, and this is I am expanding my hand, contraction, expansion, contraction. So this muscular contraction, right? Let's say this. So these muscular contraction is done by we generally calcium and there is a lot of things in muscles, fibrinogen, myosin, but this carbohydrate is act as a fuel. This carbohydrate act as a fuel for muscular contraction of the body. Next that we are going to look is quick energy provider. So as it is a main sources of energy, so it provides a quicker energy to our body. Whenever body required energy, it will provide us energy. So it is a quick energy provider. Hope it is clear. It is not stored in the body for the longer duration. Alright. So carbohydrates are those chemical substances which is made up of carbon, oxygen and hydrogen, and these are not stored for the longer duration in the body. Alright, as you can see, fat is stored for the longer duration in a human body, but this carbohydrate does not stored for the longer duration in our body. So as I earlier told you that the formula of carbohydrate is CHO. It may ask in exam what is the formula for carbohydrate, that is CHO, carbohydrate, that is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, because it is made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. If averagely we see, so 1 gram of carbohydrate gives you 4 calories. So here we got to know that carbohydrates are the main source of energy. For all types of work done in our body, it is important. It is act as a fuel for the muscular contraction. It is a quick energy provider. It is not stored in the body for the longer duration. It is made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Averagely if we see, so the 1 gram of carbohydrate makes or give us 4 calories. Got it? So the main source of energy, that is carbohydrate, is very important in our diet. So dietitian, what dietitian recommended us? The dietitian recommended us that 60 to 70% of carbohydrate should be in our diet. So let's take an example and let's think on the player. See, if we talk about us, so we are the simple human beings, you know. We are the simple, if you are a player, so it becomes, you know, if you are playing a game, if you are playing a particular game, so there will be the huge number of activities that you have to perform. If you belongs to Olympics, see, when you are in Olympics, so your diet, your exercise, your daily workout, your daily plan will be different from other things. Alright. So here what dietitian suggests, the dietitian suggests that there should be 60 to 70% of carbs in our diet. That is 60 to 70% carbohydrate should be in our diet. So if you really want to excel yourself, if you really want to make your career in physical education, or you want to play for Olympics, you must be there. The carbohydrate should be 60 to 70% in your diet, because diet is a very important factor which decide your health. Provide energy to brain and nervous system. So these carbohydrates provide energy to our brain. It means they make us active, alert, and these carbohydrates make our nervous system strong. Now I hope you all studied nerve cell and neurons in 9th and 10th. So what this nervous system does? This nervous system will get a stimuli and respond to the stimulus. So nervous system, I am telling you something. You are watching my video and you respond that yeah, we got the concept. So whatever I am telling you and whatever comes in your mind, this is the response. See, this is the chalk. If I threw this chalk on my hand, or if I am writing something here, if I draw a line, so this is what? This is the stimuli and the stimulus. That is the response. So nervous system will be efficient if you take carbohydrate in a good amount. Now let us come to the next thing. The body breaks down starch into sugars and glucose. So what? See, carbohydrate has a lot of sugar. Alright? Sugar because, see, there are a lot of sugars are there in carbs. So carbohydrate break down the sugar and starch. See, starch is a simple formula to starch. So this carbohydrate converts the starch and sugar into the glucose. Are you getting my point? So this starch and sugar converted into glucose, it means it is in a simple form. Glucose is a simple form of sugar which helps to use in our body, and this sugar is the energy it is used in our body. These glucose is used as an energy source. These glucose is used as an energy source in our body. And excess amount of carbohydrate are converted into glycogen. So the excess amount of carbohydrate are always converted into glycogen. So if you talk about glycogen, it becomes a complex process, right? So what exactly this glycogen is, what the carbohydrate is? So basically, if you think there are two types of carbohydrates, simple carbohydrate, complex carbohydrate. So before we go on the types of carbohydrate, we just see this glycogen when made. This glycogen is stored in liver and adipose tissue under the skin. Alright, so where does the carbohydrate is stored? These carbohydrates is stored in the liver or in the adipose tissue under the skin. Less amount of carbohydrate leads to loss of weight in a body. So if you are having less of carbohydrate in your diet, there will be loss of weight in your body. So here we understand that carbohydrate plays a vital role for our survival and for the enhancement in our body weight. Carbohydrates are of two types. And what are they? So there are basically two types of carbohydrate. First is simple carbohydrate, second is complex carbohydrate. See, so before we going to see the types, that types of carbohydrate, simple carbohydrate and complex carbohydrate, you must know what is the formula for the balanced diet. What does the balanced diet say? It says that macronutrients plus micronutrients. Alright, so this macronutrients and micronutrients make your balanced diet in the same way. This simple carbohydrate and complex carbohydrate. Alright, simple carbohydrate, these contain vitamins and minerals. Alright, it is a simple form of sugar. So before we going to learn, we should understand one concept: sugar, simple form is glucose, lactose, maltose, galactose, fructose. There are different types of sugars present like carbs. So simple carbohydrate contain vitamins and minerals. Alright. So what are vitamins and minerals? These are the nutritive components if with respect to carbohydrate, simple carbohydrate. It provides immediate energy. So simple carbohydrate provide immediate energy. Alright. And they are also, that's why they are also called quick energy provider. So what we started with simple carbohydrate. Simple carbohydrate provide vitamins. They are the minerals and vitamins. Provide immediate energy to the body. Called quick energy provider. The simple carbohydrates are called quick energy provider. What this simple carbohydrate called? The simple carbohydrate called the quick energy provider. Found. So the simple carbohydrates found in fruits, low-fat milk, table sugar, refined honey, potato, carrot, malt. So there are different seeds. So you must know, and you should always keep in your mind what are the different forms of simple carbohydrate that we need to take, like fruits. So you can take any of the fruit. You can also categorize food for the simple and complex. Low fat milk, it means a milk which consists of low fat. Table sugar, refined honey, potatoes, carrot, candy, glucose. So there are different, I told you earlier that there are different, types of sugar like lactose, maltose, galactose, sugar digested and absorbed. Some are not digested, called fibers. So this carbohydrate, some of this carbohydrate are digested in human body. Okay, and some, see, after digestion it absorbs and provides a quick energy, but some sugars are not digested in our body, and these are called fibers or called roughage. So what is roughage? Roughage are the plant parts, or roughage are the plant-based products, and these are not digested in human body. They are called fibers. Fibers also play a vital role for the survival of a human being. So this is about simple carbohydrate. Now come on, what is complex carbohydrate? So when we talk about complex carbohydrate, so this complex carbohydrate is starch. So there will be a question in the board exam, which among the following is the complex carbohydrate. So here the complex carbohydrate are starch. So if we talk about starch, so starch is a complex form of carbohydrate, contain various types of sugar molecules, glycogen. Okay? So complex carbohydrate contain various types of sugar molecules, glycogen. Glycogen is released slower as compared to the simple sugar. So when we compare a simple carbohydrate and a complex carbohydrate, so simple carbohydrate provide quicker energy. But if we talk about the complex carbohydrate, so this complex carbohydrate provide energy. But as compared to simple carbohydrate, the glycogen release slow energy as compared to sugar, that is our simple carbohydrate. This, if we talk about this complex carbohydrate, it is a good source of vitamins and minerals as well as fibers. Now, what are the substances which consist of complex carbohydrate? So, the example of the complex carbohydrates are grain, wheat, rice, maize, bajra, chana dal, moong dal, rajma. These are the different types of food material which can be taken by us as a complex source of carbohydrate. Now let us see what is the important terms and why this topic is important. So this is very important as it is a 5 marks question. How much marks it consists? It's a 5 marks question and it is very important. And from this topic there is always 1 to 2 MCQs. Okay. So now let us come. We are just gonna recapitulate our topic. So our topic was carbohydrate. This carbohydrate is made up of carbon, oxygen and hydrogen. Alright. Now what is the concept of balanced diet? Balanced diet. So balanced diet means macro plus micronutrients. What is macronutrient? Nutrient which are required in large amount of our body. And what is micronutrient? Micronutrients are those nutrients which are required in large amount of our body. So macro means large, micro means small. So macronutrients which are required in large amount and micronutrients which are required in small amount. Next, that is, it is the main source of energy. So carbohydrate is the main source of energy. It is working or it is needed for the all types of work. It is a fuel for the muscular contraction. It provides quicker energy. Let's say if I made an MCQ for muscular contraction. So which kind of MCQ can be made? So there will be the question, dash vitamin, dash nutrients helps for the muscular contraction of the body. Or there will be a question, dash nutrient required for the muscular contraction but as a fuel of muscular contraction. And there will be four options, protein, vitamins, minerals and carbohydrate. So the correct answer is carbohydrate. It provides quick energy. It is not stored in body for the longer duration. It is made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. If we talk, this may be a question, average 1 gram of carbon dioxide gives how many calories? So it gives 4 calories. Dietitian also suggests, there will be an MCQ here also. Dietitian recommended 60 to 70% of carbohydrate in our diet is must. It provides energy and to brain and nervous system. So it is also an important point to see that carbohydrate provide energy to brain and nervous system. The body breaks down starch and sugar into glucose. So what does the body do? The body takes this carbohydrate and convert this starch and sugar into the glucose. Now this glucose is used as an energy source in our body. This glucose is used as an energy source in our body. The excess of carbohydrate, this excess of carbohydrate is converted into glycogen. So now what this glycogen is? Glycogen is a complex carbohydrate. Got it? And it is stored for the longer duration. It releases energy as slow as compared to simple sugar. So now the next one that we have is simple sugar, simple carbohydrate and complex carbohydrate. So when I am talking about what are the types of carbohydrate, so basically there are two types of carbohydrate, that is simple carbohydrate and complex carbohydrate. Before we going to start simple and demonstration of simple carbohydrate and complex carbohydrate, you just learn this carbohydrates are generally stored in liver and adipose tissue under the skin. Alright, so there may be a question in board exam, the carbohydrate is stored in liver and dash, and there will be four options. So which will be the right answer? The right answer will be adipose tissue under skin. Which tissue they may ask for the tissue specifically. So you should know in your mind that adipose tissue under skin and liver store the carbohydrates. Next, less amount of carbohydrate lead to weight loss. So there are two good things. If someone want to reduce his weight, so he started less consumption of carbohydrate so that the weight can be lost. And if somebody is losing weight, then he should keep in mind that my diet should be balanced and there should be 60 to 70% of carbohydrate in my diet so that the weight can be gained. So what I was telling about is there are two types of carbohydrate. First, that is simple carbohydrate, and second, that is complex carbohydrate. So when I am talking about the simple carbohydrate contain vitamins and minerals. These are the quick energy provider. If they provide immediate energy, that is why they call it quick energy food. What we call the simple sugar? Quick energy food. Foods, see, these are found in fruits, low-fat milk, table sugar, refined oil, refined honey, not oil, refined honey, potato, carrot, candy, and glucose. See, it has different forms: lactose, maltose, galactose, and generally some of the sugars. If I'm talking about glucose, lactose, maltose, galactose, fructose, some of them are digested and absorbed in our body, and some of them from it do not absorb. They are called fibers or roughage. So what are roughage? Roughage are the fibers. These are the plant-based products which are not digested, called roughage. Now let us go into quickly demonstrate what is complex carbohydrate. This complex carbohydrate are called starch. Contain various types of glucose molecule like glycogen. Glycogen release energy slower rate as compared to the simple sugar. good source of vitamins and minerals, and they generally called fibers. And what are the sources of carbohydrate? The sources of carbohydrates are wheat, rice, maize, bajra, chana dal, moong dal, rajma. These are the different things. See, what about the complex carbohydrate? Simple carbohydrate, they are the quick energy provider. And when I am talking about the complex carbohydrate, so this complex carbohydrate is stored in liver and adipose tissue. So that is what the important thing we need to keep in mind, that carbohydrate is very important. It should be 60 to 70% in an individual's diet. So I hope you understand this about concept of carbohydrate and its types. The type of carbohydrate is of 3 marks, so you prepare your content for 3 marks, and the regarding topics could be of 5 marks. So I hope you understand carbohydrate. Now we are going to learn about the next thing. So now we are going to learn about protein. So let's see what protein is. Our body is made up of cell. So what is this cell? So before we go to start this topic, we need to keep some points in our mind. The first point, that is cell. What is this cell? Cell is a structure and fundamental unit of our life. Cell is a building block of life. Now the next term comes, that is tissue. What is this tissue? So the group of cells which perform a specific function or have some particular characteristic are called tissue. So the group of cells is called tissue. This tissue make a organ. Alright? So this tissue make a organ. What is organ? Organ like heart, lungs, etc. And these lungs or heart make a organ system. Alright? Organ system. So why we are learning about cell, tissue and lot of things which helps in growth and development of an individual? That's just because protein helps to do all this. Protein helps in the basic structure of living cell. Our living cells are made up of protein. So of what this protein is made up of? This protein is made up of carbon, nitrogen, and what else? That is our hydrogen. Alright? So, protein is made up of carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen. It is the basic structure of living cell. Protein is the basic structure of living cell. These proteins are required for the muscle growth and development. Alright? So first, what we keep in mind, we need to keep in mind that protein is made up of carbon, nitrogen and hydrogen. It is the basic structure of living cell. What is this living cell? Living cell, the cell is the basic structure and function unit of our life. It is a building block of our life, which makes tissue makes organ, and organ make organ system, and all organ system make our body. So basic structure of cell, that is made up of protein, which are required for the muscular growth. Now what these muscles are? Muscles are the network-like connection in our body which transport a lot of things and give strength in our body also. It also helps to repair our body tissues. So what's the function of protein? The function of protein is to repair the body tissues. Whenever we have a cut or wound or something else, so protein is the only it's a nutritive component of diet which helps to repair the body tissues. Complex organic compound. Protein is a complex organic compound which is made up of carbon, nitrogen and oxygen. Next that we are going to talk is form a chain of amino acid. So protein forms. What does protein form? Protein forms the chain of amino acid. In short, we can write protein is like this. Okay, chain of amino acid. So amino acid chain, so protein forms a chain of amino acid. So there will be a MCQ based question that protein is made up of amino acid. And it is known that carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen is made up of protein. Next thing, that is main component of muscles. So protein is the main component of, not only ligaments, and many organs. Glands too. So it is the most important topic that we have is major component of muscles. So protein is the major components of muscle. Here you can understand the tendons, ligaments, organs, glands. These are made up of this protein. Now what are the benefits? Okay, so the benefit is that this protein helps in the growth and development and the repair of the tissue and everything. Next thing, that is body fluid like enzyme, hormones and blood. These are also some secretions of protein, and the protein also helps in formation of these ones. So what we had studied? We studied basic proteins, the basic structure of cell. It is required for the muscular growth. It repairs the body tissue. It is a complex organic compound. It forms the chain of amino acid. It is made up of carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen. The main component of muscles, ligament, tendon, organ, all are made up of this protein. Protein also helps, the blood maintain the body fluid like enzyme, hormones and blood. Now the term enzyme. So what is enzyme? Enzyme are the biocatalyst, like these are the biocatalyst. Next is hormones. So hormones are the chemical messengers. What are these hormones? These hormones are the chemical messengers. So hormones like testosterone, hormones like growth hormones, adrenaline, etc. What is blood? So blood is an important thing that we need to take. What is the component of blood? So the component of blood are RBCs, WBCs, and platelets, plasma. These are the components of blood. So blood is nucleophils, eosinophils, basophils. These are the parts of blood. So I hope this portion is clear. Now let's move. Need for the growth and development of body. So protein is a basic requirement for the growth and development of an individual or body. Helps to repair or replace a bone or tissue. So you can see there are two types of people. Some people you saw in your life that even they have a huge cut and injury over hands and anywhere on the body, and they become very good after some time, or there is nothing else is there after a period of time. Everything is recovered, repaired, just because they have a good protein in their diet. And you also see some people also who are doing good. They are taking fine daily activity and all, even though their bones are not covered properly. If we can think about a diabetic person, so there the protein, because the protein diet is not that much in their diet, so that's why their energy production is not good, because insulin failed to produce, pancreas failed to produce insulin, and the energy formation is stopped. So the bones are not repaired on that part also. Next, if we talk about, next is it does not provide energy in daily routine. So protein does not provide energy in daily routine, but it acts as an energy source under extreme condition or hunger. So what we understand here, we understand that it is very important for the growth and development of the body. It helps to repair or replace the bones or the tissues. Bones or tissues, it does not provide energy, but it provides energy under extremely starving conditions. So it acts as an energy source under extreme condition and provide energy during the hunger. Got it? Now, next thing, that is protein. So what are the type of protein? So proteins are of two types. How many types? Proteins are of two types. So there are two types of protein, that is essential protein and second one is non-essential protein. So when we are talking about essential proteins, so these are essential to the body and they are 9. And when I am talking about non-essential proteins, so they are not essential, they are required for the formation of these essential proteins and they are 13. Alright, so there may be a question in exam, how many proteins are there? So there are 21 proteins. How many proteins? 21. Out of them, 13 are, this is about 22 I think, alright. So yeah, 22. How many proteins? 22 proteins. 13 are non-essential proteins and 9 are essential proteins. So here I hope you understand what exactly these essential proteins are and what exactly the non-essential proteins are. The next thing that we are going to learn is we are going to learn about the in detail of essential proteins and non-essential proteins. So to learn that, let me just underline that particular term, like essential proteins and non-essential proteins. What is essential proteins? Essential proteins are those proteins which are very important for our body, which are very essential, jaruri hai. These are 9 in numbers. So there are 9 essential proteins which are required in our body. There are 9 essential amino acids or are essential proteins taken from food, and that essential proteins we are taking from food. Next thing, that is source of essential proteins are. So the source of essential proteins are dairy products, soya bean, and etc. See, there are different ways to take protein. Some people say that only non-veg gives protein, but it is not like that. You can take protein from milk, you can take protein from soya bean, dairy product, paneer, etc. Soya bean is also a good way to take that. Egg. See, there are 3 types to 2 to 3 types to eat egg. You can eat a raw egg. You can make you can make a semi or something, a half fry, full fry, omelette, whatever you want to go for. You can go for the meat if you want to do that. So these are some things. These are required for the growth of tissue. So essential proteins are very important for the growth of tissues. Now let's come on the non-essential proteins. Now, if we know that what is non-essential proteins, so these are not that much essential, but these are already present in our body, and these proteins are helps in the synthesis of essential proteins. So there are, you can see in numbers, there are 13. There are 13 non-essential proteins required in our body for the synthesis of essential protein. So these 13 non-essential proteins are required for the synthesis of essential protein. The source of these proteins are, the source of these proteins are dry fruits, vegetables, grains, etc. And if I talk about this, protein, so proteins, what is the amount of proteins which is required of our body? It is 15 to 20%. How much percent? It is required 15 to 20%. So our body needs 15 to 20%. According to dietitian recommendation, 15 to 20% of body is required protein. Next one, it depends. Protein depends on individual's capacity. Alright, it depends. Protein consumption is based on the individual capacity. High, when we take a huge amount, or when we are doing taking food a lot, like protein basically. So high load of protein lead to overload of our kidney and liver. Alright, so if you take a huge amount of food, which is protein based, so there will be a problem with our kidney and liver. So we need to keep in mind to take protein while take care of our kidney and liver function, because kidney do the ultrafiltration and all the things for the excretion it works. Liver also works for the digestion and energy productions also. So we need not to take a overload. Over protein in our diet should not be there. And if we this over protein also lead to dehydration. Alright, so there are a lot of problems. See, there are for everything there is 2 things, so you must see these things and understand what's the importance of the proper amount or balance rate in individual's life. If less delay in recovery or injury, if the protein is less in our diet, so there will be delay in the recovery of your tissue or your bone. So what exactly I am talking about? I am telling you, if you consume less protein, so there will be delay in the recovery from injury, from the cut, from the wound, and there will be lot of deficiency disease which is caused by if you take less amount or if you not get a proper protein like kwashiorkor or marsomas. So these are some different types of deficiency disease which may lead due to the lack of nutrient. So now let's come, we are going to recapitulate what we are studying today. So we started with the protein. So what is protein? Protein is a basic structure of living cell. What is cell? Cell is the fundamental and structural unit of life. The group of cell makes tissue. And what is tissue? The group of cell is called tissue. Tissue makes organ like heart, lungs, etc. And this organ makes the organ system. And together the organ system perform all the function, and we human beings stand in front of you, and you are in front of us. So protein is basically made up of carbon, nitrogen and hydrogen, and it should be 15 to 20% in a human body, and it is required for the muscular growth. Basically, it repairs other tissue and bones and cuts. It is a complex organic compound. It forms the change of amino acid. Amino acid in short we can write AAR. From the chain of amino acid, it is a main component of the muscles, of ligament, of tendon, organs and gland. It is also the main component for the body fluid like enzyme, hormones and blood. Now the question comes, what is enzymes? So enzymes are the biocatalysts. What are hormones? Hormones are the chemical messengers. And what is blood? Blood is the which is made up of RBC, that is red blood cell, white blood cell, platelets, plasma, etc. Next thing that we are going to discuss, recapitulate, is need for the proper. So proteins are basically required for the proper growth and development of an individual. It helps to repair our body tissue. There is one or cut in our body. It does not provide energy to daily routine. See, this protein does not provide energy in the daily routine, but definitely if our body is lacking, due to some extensive workout or something else, if your food is not provided on multiple time, so in the extreme harsh condition, it means extreme condition where you are in hunger, so these proteins helps and you will got the nutrients. Got it? Next, what I am talking about? I am talking about the two types of protein. First is essential protein and second is non-essential proteins. Basically, there are 22 proteins in together. 9 of them are essential proteins and 13 of them are non-essential proteins. So when I am talking about essential proteins, so there are 9 essential proteins. And these are taken from food. The 9 essential proteins are very important to our body, as they are not made in our body. We'll have to consume it from the food. They are required for the growth of tissue. So protein, that is, I'm talking about essential protein, which is very, very important, and it helps to require for the growth of the tissue. What about non-essential proteins? So these non-essential proteins are 13. And they are not that much important. They are essential, but they help in the synthesis of essential proteins. They help in the synthesis of essential proteins, and it means they are the supporter of essential proteins. The source of these proteins are grain, dry fruits, vegetables, etc. Dietitian also recommended that there should be 15 to 20% of the protein in an individual's diet. What are the other things? See, proteins in diet depends on the particular activity or our individual's activity. If we consume a high amount of protein, there will be load on our kidney and our liver, and which is not totally good. It also leads to dehydration. If we take less protein, so there will be delay in the recovery of injury in our body. There are a lot of deficiency disease which is due to the deficiency of protein in our body, and that disease are kwashiorkor and marsomas. So it is all about protein. So in this session we started about carbohydrates. and proteins. So I hope you understand each and every concept of protein and carbohydrate. So you understand it properly. There are two things to keep in mind. There will be a lot of MCQs from here and from both this topic, carbohydrates and protein. Next thing that you need to keep in your mind is about the 3 marks and 5 marks question. So there will be the 5, definitely I am sure saying you that there will be a 5 marks question from this. So keep doing it, prepare the topics accordingly and make your result wonderful. Definitely together we'll rock and will grasp 100 out of 100 in physical education. Hope you are safe and fine. Take care. Bye bye. And be always happy.